What you do isn't natural. You're an abomination. You're an abomination. Yo, come on, son. Yo, leave me alone, son. What did I do to you, son? What you do is an abomination. You are an insult to nature. Hey, come on, mate. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come on. What was you messing with this guy for? What has he possibly done to you? Did he hate you? No. Did he call you names? No. Well, did he fuck your wife? No. What did he do? I ain't do nothing, son. Shut the fuck up. What did he do? He puts pineapples on pizza. Word? Is this true? Yeah, it's true, son. Come on, son. You like the pineapples on the pizza, son? No, I don't. No, I don't at all. You know what we're gonna have to do about this, right? What we doing, son? Hey, yo, hold him down, and I'm gonna shit in his mouth. What, son? Yeah. All right, come on. I'm gonna shit in his mouth. Then I'm gonna fuck him in the ass. Okay, all right, that's a bit much. Ooh. All right, well, enough of the bullshit. Welcome to the Indecent Exposure Show, episode 2. Never thought we'd make it this far. I mean, we haven't made it anywhere yet, but, you know, episode 2 is 2 more episodes than I ever thought I'd ever make in my life. So this is your host, your guide on this crazy train. The fuck am I talking about? Anyway, I'm the weirdo T. John, and today we're going to be talking about a few things. The first one is, yes, I don't like pineapples on pizza. I am against it, 100%. Pineapples on pizza, unless you're Hawaiian or you're a pregnant woman who has cravings for pineapples on pizza, because you don't get in the way of a pregnant woman when she wants cravings. Don't get in the fucking way. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. Oh, what if? Nah, just don't do it. She could fucking eat a boot if she wanted to. You don't give a fuck. So yeah, I don't see the appeal of pineapples on pizza. Honestly, I don't get it. Make chicken or salmon. Shit. I mean, in a society where an acceptable pizza topping is extra cheese, like cheese on top of cheese is considered a topping. I mean, I would think that I'd be more, accepting, but nah, fuck them. If you like pineapples on pizza, Anywho, that was my the piece on it. Fuck you guys. Yeah, and the second, another topic I'm trying to get into is how people can just choose to get into relationships sometimes. I always found that weird. I'm the weirdo, so I don't exactly have too many friends, and I've only had like maybe 4 or 5 women genuinely interested in me, like genuinely. Because mind you, I don't have any money, so all these fucking women were insane to actually fucking be interested in me. Of course, they took care of that, because I'm single right now, so they took care of that, thankfully. Thank God. These New York women, bless them. So yeah, that was weird for me, because for other people, they can just choose to get into relationships. Like, oh yeah, I've been single for a long time, so, I don't want to be single anymore. I'm gonna get into a relationship. And they just do that shit. Me, if I choose to want to get into a relationship, the universe just said, tough luck, buddy. Yo, seriously, fuck this guy. And that's basically the end of it. Yo, fuck this guy, because nobody else is gonna. I mean, hey, being single has its benefits. It's not that bad, except when it is. But yeah. Alright, and another one in the useless topic side is the subject of world peace. So recently a friend of mine told me, he told me his theory on the secret of world peace. How world peace can actually be achieved in this day and age, in this damn generation. Yeah. So now I'm gonna tell you the theory. So his theory, mind you, this guy's a bald fuck. So, his theory probably applies to him better than it should. And, it makes sense coming from him, really. So his theory on how to achieve world peace was to find a way to to find a way to make every man's penis the same size. I don't believe it. Because a friend of mine brought up a very good point, which was, even if everybody had the same penis size, everyone is not equal when it comes to fucking. Not everyone is equal when it comes to fucking, man. Because, you got the fingers and the fist and the eating pussy and all this other stuff. So, you're not equal. Shit, man. Fuck. It's not going to be equal. I told him, though, it's possible that you can train. Like, before it's genetics. A guy with a 10-inch cock and you've got a 6-inch cock. You may know how to use it better. But there's always that appeal of big dicks, man. Big dicks. Bring dicks, bring them in. A good dick makes them stay, but big dicks bring them in. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But yeah, my theory on how world peace can be achieved. We can stop wars. One way we can stop wars is if when a war started, no one was allowed to actually have sex or masturbate. That would stop wars from happening, because nobody could risk it, because you have one war and you're pretty much ensuring the end of the world. Basically, you'd have to be a fucking psychopath to actually want to have a war if that happened. Because imagine this, you go to war for whatever reason, your dick's too small, somebody's got a black dick, somebody's got a white dick, she don't want to suck your dick, whatever. So, you go to war and then you can't masturbate or fuck anymore, you're gonna go fucking crazy. There's gonna be riots in the streets. People are gonna be fucking throwing TVs. Like who the fuck throws TVs? People are gonna be stealing TVs. Like, who the fuck needs to steal TVs anymore? Nigga, you steal a computer, Jesus. But so that's my theory on world peace. Honestly, it kind of makes sense, because one war would start 50 million other wars. And you're probably just thinking, well, the guards aren't gonna fucking enforce this rule. So I'm just saying, we create robots, because we're getting real close to it. We're getting real close to making real artificial intelligence eventually down the line. Honestly, I hope they don't do it, because I'm not in the mood to fucking deal with Skynet. I don't know where John Connor is, but I'm definitely not John Connor, so I'm gonna die in the first wave, so fuck that. But yeah, so that'd be a way to actually do world peace. The robots actually watch over us and the wars happen. And, they're not going to end the war really quick. Like, shit, man, you take away sex and masturbation, you better have something important to fight about, honestly. Like, don't fight over some pussy shit. What the fuck is wrong with you faggots? But yeah. So that's how I think world peace can be achieved. Because nobody would want to. Nobody would want to go to war. Like, fucking too much. The creepy weirdos and everybody else alone, they need to masturbate to keep from going crazy. Your next door neighbor could fucking be one day of not being able to masturbate away from fucking stabbing you in the neck. Just think about that. Stabbing you in the neck. Like, look at your neighbor and just wonder, is he or she masturbating on the regular? Is that saving your life? You got saved by the hand, okay? Saved by the hand movement. Remember that. Don't take it for granted. Alright, so now that I'm done with the useless shit. So, the time to get into some actual topics. So the Olympics actually just ended a couple weeks ago. And I'm thankful, because, I was getting tired of it, honestly. I was fucking with my manga, fucking with my anime. I couldn't even watch Dragon Ball Super that week. I was like, fuck, man. But yeah, so the Olympics are done, and I think the next one takes place in Tokyo in 2020, and I am fucking I'm fucking excited for that one. I'd personally go to that one. You know, fuck this one. I mean Brazil is a very beautiful country, but yeah, nah, I like my life. But yeah, so I go to Japan for nothing more than fucking making anime jokes, because any that's pretty much everybody's gonna be making anime jokes. Hajime no Ippo, fucking Hajime no Ippo moves and shit like that. People are gonna come out dressed as fucking JoJo and Dio. It was me, Dio, like of all you fucking hear. And and basketball, that's gonna be some fucking shit. That is really gonna be some fucking shit. But right before that happens, I really want an anime of the Olympics. Like, I really want it. I really need it. Starting with basketball. Definitely starting with basketball. Because it would probably be fucking hilarious. Now, mind you, I'm not very funny, so what I'm about to say will probably not make you laugh very much. But I'm gonna give it a try anyway. So in basketball, the anime, it would just be the Japanese Olympic team fucking going up against the US Olympic team. And so we have the main character, he's a Japanese kid. He's probably fairly tall, probably a shooting guard, because fuckers love their shooting guards in anime. And so he gets up in the morning and he says, "Jordan-san, I will make you proud today." It's either Jordan or Kobe-san. Like, none of these niggas respect LeBron or Stephen Curry yet. That they will, but not yet. And we always got that one fucking he's got that one teammate that everybody calls Derrick Rose because he keeps getting fucking injured. but yeah, so he's just they just start using anime moves in basketball. Like, hey, Allen Iverson crossover, dribble moves, construction, or some shit like that. Because they got those long ass anime attack names. Or, oh, turn around, fadeaway jumper, Kobe! And all that shit. So I really need to see that happen. And every time, in certain sports, like, in volleyball, they could fucking do the Getsuga Tensho strike, or the fucking Rasengan spike. I just really need to see it, because the fucking potential would be endless. Like, I want to see somebody from each sport be the main character. Like, volleyball has its own anime, wrestling has its own anime, boxing, of course, has its own anime. And tennis also, and track. Oh god, track. Oh Jesus. But yeah, so I really need that to happen, because I can only imagine the possibilities. They mash up the anime, and then there could be a crossover with the actual anime characters. You could fucking have Luffy come through for the volleyball team and just start fucking swiping shit with his gum no powers. It's gonna be fucking terrible. But I really wanna fucking see it. I really do. But yeah, so that's Anime Tokyo in 2020. I'm waiting for that. I really am waiting for that, because I need those anime attacks. I need those anime. I need them in my life. I really do. So yeah, that, and then while we're still on Japan, over-sexualized anime. I really need that to stop. Like this last week, I was on Facebook. I was just scrolling like a faggot, like I usually do, and I found this GIF of two girls. I don't know the ages. They look pretty young, but two girls, and this fucking bee just fucking flies up her dress. And I'm just like, the fuck? What the fuck am I looking at? So I look at this GIF because, I can't go to prison for this because it's just anime. Thank God. So she fucking says, ah, trying to get this fucking bee out of her skirt. And I'm just like, the innuendos are high with this one. Like, Japan is fucking going crazy with this. And I'm just like, the fan service. Jeez, like, at least in Kill la Kill, the nudity has a point, I believe. Like, I really haven't watched too much of Kill la Kill, but that character in the white in the white outfit, she like explains to the character in the red and black outfit like what it means that their outfits look like that, and it was actually pretty dope. Like, actually pretty dope. So, you know, so they do that, but every other anime, I'm just like, what the fuck is this? What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Come on, you're better than this. Or maybe they're not. I don't know. I know being an animator in Japan is a very stressful job, like a very stressful job. Well, everything in Japan is a very stressful job, but animators almost especially. So I really need the over-sexualized animes to stop. Like, at least have a point. Like, in the 90s and the 80s, you really didn't see shit like that. Now the late 2000s and 2010s, now it's everything. Fucking everything. Everywhere you look, everywhere you go, they just fucking over-sexualize. Titties. That's it. The fucking the fuck is the fuck is the name? Well, whatever. The president of the fucking corporation that makes this shit, the station, is fucking saying, yeah, man, how the fuck are we gonna get new people to watch this anime? And one of the animators is like, you know what? I got a great plan for you. I have a great suggestion. Alright, faggot, what is it? Titties. Titties? Titties. That's gonna get them in. Wait, let me finish, okay? Big, round titties, and they jiggle for no reason. Even when they're not moving, if that's the slightest touch, they jiggle like a fucking balloon. Well, it would surely bring in the lesbians. Alright, let's do it. And that's how the fucking over-sexualization happens. It's just the fan service needs to stop. Because for those guys, that's great. But for me, it's just fucking weird. I'm just like, why am I looking at this? Really, why am I looking at this? Like, Haku didn't have that shit. And like, Haku didn't have that shit even when they was catfishing Naruto and Sasuke. Because, you know, low-key, Naruto was like, you looking kind of good. And then later on, he was glad that he didn't do anything. Because Haku was a boy. Very, very good-looking, feminine-esque boy. But yeah. So I feel like it needs to stop. It really needs to stop. At least tone it down a little bit. Because I can't really just say stop it altogether, because some people rely on that. Remember my point about, you know, if people can't get the energy out, then there's going to be wars and riots. So I'm like, alright, I understand, but tone it down. I don't want to see it everywhere I look. I'm like, don't get me wrong, I am a very horny man. Like, I think about fucking majority of the day. I see women at my school, I'm just like, But I'm just like, the other times I actually get shit done. I actually have other thoughts as a man other than fucking. That's amazing to me, but it happens. You know, sometimes I don't even think about fucking at all, and that's awesome. It really is. Like, when my thoughts aren't about fucking, I am happy. Like, I didn't even know what happiness was until I didn't think about fucking. And then I see a beautiful woman, and then there's a chance I'm gonna go back to thinking about fucking. But then when you don't, when you really aren't interested that day, you know it's real. Enjoy that happiness, because it doesn't happen often. So yeah, I really need these animators to stop with that. If it can, that can happen anytime soon. You know, leave the hentai where the hentai is. Like I don't look at hentai. I don't know, who looks at hentai. I know there are people. I know there are people out there who look at hentai, grown ass men in their house, in the basement or the attic, and they just fucking stay up there for hours because they're fucking weeaboos. I mean, hey, if you want to be a weeaboo, be a weeaboo, but just stop affecting the fucking demographics so damn much and affecting me. You fuck my shit up like that. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the the over sexualization. Because it's a little girl. If it was a grown woman, that's a little different. It's not all that different, but the context is different. It's a little girl with big ass anime eyes and long anime hair, and she's at some festival or whatever. But I can't tell the age. I'm like, I can only imagine she's like fucking like anywhere between 12 to 16 years old, and I don't know. I think the age is different there in Japan, and I definitely know the culture is very different. But come on, son, damn son, like come on, a fucking bee with a stinger. You could have made it a moth or a butterfly or something, but you made it a bee with a stinger hovering around her vagina. Her vagina. Really though? Yeah, okay. I'm just asking it to tone it down a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little fucking bit. Okay? Just a little fucking bit, not to make me feel like a piece of shit. Because, I'm not attracted to little kids. Okay, Japan? Stop trying to push that shit on me. I'm not interested, thank God. I'm not interested. And you guys shouldn't be either. Anywho, now that we're on the topic of possible statutory, I'm gonna move on to our next topic while it's still fresh. Batman the Killing Joke. Jesus. Ooh, Jesus. That movie needs Jesus. Jesus. Ooh, I'm not calling him for myself. This movie needs him more than I do, honestly. Shit, I might need him for watching this movie. Really. So yeah, Batman the Killing Joke came out, I think, in late July. And so I had very high hopes for this movie. Very high hopes for this movie. And it honestly failed to deliver. It was shit. It was really shit. It was shit. Now I've read the comic. Batman the Killing Joke came out sometime in the last few decades. It's written by Alan Moore, legendary comic book writer, now crazy hermit. And this movie really, it had an R rating, like it secured an R rating, but it didn't use it to its fullest potential in no way, shape, or form. It really didn't. It really dropped the ball. Because getting an R rating is hard enough, but then, not actually using that to its fullest potential is even worse. So the movie opens up with Batman and Batgirl, and they're going after this guy named Paris France. It's a stupid fucking name. It really is. Very forgettable fill-in, honestly, because it's filler. It's all filler. None of that shit happened in the book. So the first half of the movie is not a Batman movie, even though the title would have you think that. It's a Batgirl movie. And I think the reason why they did this was to actually make you care about Barbara, and aka Batgirl, because of what happens next. And I can see why they would do that. It's really shittily done. Really shittily done. They really diggity, and they really fluffed it up. That's all I honestly can say. So they're going after this guy named Victor Franz, And mind you, this movie is really rapey in more ways than one. Like, maybe they use the R rating for that, and okay, I mean, that's using an R rating. I mean, you use an R rating, you have a couple possible rape scenes in there, but I really didn't think that it needed to be in there. So yeah, they're going after Paris, France, and the start of this movie shows Batgirl as a fucking incompetent idiot. Honestly, it really does, because Batgirl in the comics is very tactical, very experienced, sometimes rash, but she's still, you know, she's very smart. She's Oracle, for God's sake. She saves Batman's lives, you know, Nightwing's lives, all the Robin's lives. The Bat family have been saved by Batgirl maybe at least once, most of them at least. So looking for Paris, France, and she makes a lot of rookie mistakes. I think she is a rookie in this movie, but even so, she was trained by Batman, so she shouldn't have been making the decisions she was, and that was one of the reasons I got turned off by this movie. So she goes after Victor Franz, and they get close, and she keeps making the damn mistakes, and so she goes after him, I think, to a bank. And then she gets immobilized for a minute, and so he just holds her. He's just like, "Oh, we can't end the night without a kiss." And I'm just like, "Whoa, buddy, whoa." I'm like, at least if you're gonna make this filler good, at least try to make it good, man. Shit. Honestly, jeez, like, give me filler, give me good filler. Like, honestly, one thing that Bleach could do was the filler. The filler, I hate fillers, first of all. I really hate fillers. Like, Inuyasha didn't do good fillers. Naruto is hot and cold with their fillers. Some fillers, great. Other fillers, shit. Like those, like when they were in the Infinite Tsukiyomi, and they were showing what would happen if things were different. Or the Itachi prequel episodes. Those were actually awesome because it fleshed out, you know, the characters. Like Itachi and Shusui are two of my favorite characters, so I really didn't mind. And so is Minato, and he's heavily involved in the Infinite Tsukiyomi arc. So I enjoyed those fillers, but you know, all the other fillers are usually shit, and I'm waiting for that anime to end. I really am. Can't wait. Manga's been done for like a year and a half now, I think. But yeah, anyway, back to the fillers. So Bleach has great fillers. Like, take for what you say. That ending of that manga was shit. It really was. It was shitty. It was shitty. It was rushed. I mean, understandably, but that doesn't take away my opinion that it was shit. It was really shitty. And it left me wanting more, and the fact that I know that I'll never be getting any more, it just leaves a hole in my heart. But yeah, so Bleach, the anime, has great fillers. They're pointless, you know they're fillers, but they keep you wanting more, really. So, except that fucking Zanpakuto arc, where all the Zanpakutos came to life. And right after they fucking fought the main villain, they just hung around for like 10 to 20 episodes, and that really fucking turned me off, and I stopped watching Bleach around that time. Yeah, so the filler, the Batman the filler, and I understand why Batman the Killing Joke did filler. It's because the original comic is short as shit. It really is. It's short as shit. It's only like 64 pages. So I understand. In screenwriting, usually you 1 minute on a one minute equals 1 page, and that's for cinema. So that's for the silver screen. That's not even for TV. That's not for TV. TV's a bit different because there's more dialogue. So I understood, since they were making this a movie, you know, they were actually going to have to ramp it up a little bit, but I felt they could have done that in a different way, because the filler felt ridiculous and really unnecessary. Oh, and the worst part of the filler is that Batman and Batgirl fuck, and they fuck in the weirdest, most uncomfortable, awkward way possible. Like, nah. So it was kind of reminiscent of All-Star Batman, where Black Canary and Batman fuck on a pier. I'm sorry, it was on a rooftop. They fucked on a rooftop in the rain while still in costume. And mind you, Batman wears a lot of fucking leather, latex, whatever shit. So him fucking in that costume, I'm just like, how do you feel anything? So, and then Batman Beyond is where actual storyline comes from, because in Batman Beyond, Barbara and Bruce actually dated. They actually dated before they broke up, but they actually dated for a time. I mean, this was one of the reasons why Dick Grayson kind of left the picture in Batman Beyond and such. So they took that, and mind you, Bruce Timm directed this movie, and he's the one who actually directed Batman Beyond. So you can see the connection. This was his idea. He needs to stop being influenced so much by Japan. So they fuck, and it was in a weird way, because Batgirl was actually getting pissed with Batman because, you know, he's being Batman. He's telling people what to do because she's inexperienced, so obviously I'm gonna tell you what to do. And so she gets pissed, and then Batgirl and Batman just start duking it out because she's pissed. So somehow she beats him. I think he was just holding back, but she beats him, she knocks him down, and then once he's down on the ground, yeah, it's kind of exactly how you think. She just fucking jumps his bones, jumps his dick, and, you know, he actually lets her. He lets her. She kisses him, and he lets her. I'm just like, yo, Bruce, you trained with ninjas, my mans. You trained with ninjas. You trained with some of the greatest kung fu masters and, you know, masters of meditation on earth. So what are you doing? You have no self-control? I'm like, yo, she's fucking 18, 19. I'm like, nigga, you 36 or some shit. I'm like, come on, son. Damn, son, come on. Alright, I'm really overplaying that, but there's no other way really to explain my feelings on that. Well, like, yo, the first time I watched that movie, I watched it at my comic book shop, Bulletproof, down in Flatbush Junction, and I watched it there, and the only thing I really could say was statutory. That was all I was saying. Yo, this is statutory, yo, what am I looking at on the screen? So I had my homie Mike, you know him as Homeless Jabroni, the Jabroni Show, check that out. But we're watching that, and we just couldn't understand why that had to be in the movie. Like, that absolutely had to be in the movie. And the worst part is that Bruce is still in full costume, and Barbara is still in full costume, and he's just fucking feeling on her ass while she's kissing him. And I'm just like, do you feel anything? Do you feel anything? I'm like, I don't think you can feel anything through those gloves. And it was just fucking weird, like fucking unnecessary. And then later on, you know, Bruce does the typical guy thing, and this made me laugh a little bit, but he just fucking started avoiding Barbara, which I did find it funny, honestly. It was like, yeah, this is the most relatable thing in the movie. And so he leaves, and he doesn't talk to her for a few days, and then she's calling him, and he finally answers, and she's just like, so hey, when are we gonna meet up? Yeah, we'll talk later. Oh, come on. What's wrong? Well, we'll talk later. No, it could have been just sex. It doesn't have to mean anything. It could be just sex. And I'm just like, oh my God, oh Jesus, oh Lord. I'm like, did you really have to do this just to set up what happens next? Is this really necessary, Bruce Timm? Like, come on, Bruce Timm. Like, Bruce Timm, if you ever listen to this, was it necessary? Was it necessary? Was it really? Justify it. So yeah, so that's basically it. They get the villain, Franz, and all this other stuff. And honestly, one other way I know they didn't actually use the R rating to its fullest potential was one of the henchmen said, and I quote, "I'm freaking the F out." Honestly, I thought that was fucking weak. I thought that was weak, honestly. It was weaker than a weak erection. Really, it's an R-rated movie. Just say fuck. Just say fuck, man. Fuck. Yeah. So after that's done, after they get the filler villain, the Inuyasha type villain, Inuyasha type nigga. So we finally get to the actual good part of the Killing Joke, and that is the Joker. The Joker breaks out of Arkham Asylum, and he goes to this amusement park, and he buys it for his plans later on. And Batman decides to go to the asylum after Joker's escaped, and that's how he realizes that Joker's escaped, because he came to Arkham Asylum to talk to the Joker and try to actually prevent one of them dying. Basically, because his whole speech is, eventually one of us is going to end up killing the other one, and I'd rather not have that. And it ended up that he was talking to an imposter. And then, he goes on a witch hunt for the Joker. And so, yeah. This is the actual good part of the story. No more filler here. This is all comic book. So, as this starts, we're getting flashbacks into who the Joker was before he became the Joker, which was part of the comic book, so it was dope. Basically, the Joker was a struggling comedian, living with his wife who was pregnant, and so he's failing, he's not making much money, and I found it funny. I'm like, who wrote this? So the wife said, "Oh, I love you no matter what, job or no job." And this was her reason. He's like, "You're good in the sack and you make me laugh." And I was just like, yo, she is a keeper. She really is a keeper. That's all it takes? Shit, man. Fuck. That's perfect. Yeah. So the Joker is desperate for money. So he goes to the mob. He approaches the mob because he got fired from the chemical vats place that eventually would turn him into the Joker. So he gets approached by them. He goes to them asking for money, and they want him to help them rob the place because he had worked there before, so he would know his way around the place, and he agrees because he needs money. So we get into the plan. They're getting closer. They finally decide on the day and how they're gonna do it, and then two cops come, and then the two mob guys are looking at him like, giving that whole look like, if young Metro don't trust you, we gonna shoot you, so don't say anything to the cops. Don't say anything to the cops, Sheen. So they tell him that his wife died while actually testing out a baby feeder. And so, like dicks, they make him do it anyway because, fuck you. I don't give a fuck about your dead wife. Come on, man. Fuck. Come on. We got our own families to worry about. Fuck yours. You don't even have a family anymore. We need this. Come on. And so they go to the chemical plant, and then fashion, everything goes to shit because they put security there since he left. And so he gets chased by Batman, and he falls into chemicals, the Joker's origin story, basically. So he falls into chemicals, and he goes outside, and he takes off the Red Hood because, it's heavily implied that Joker and the Red Hood were at one time one person. Been shown in multiple, mediums. Batman, the Brave and the Bold, Red Hood and the Outlaws. So yeah, we get this. So back to present day, the Joker goes to Barbara Gordon's apartment, and he shoots her in like the coolest way possible, because he shoots her with a revolver right above the uterus or the abdomen, whatever. And he paralyzes her, but she was holding a drink, and right before he shot her, he somehow managed to take the drink from her hand and then pull the trigger all in 1 second. Which, I don't hate Batgirl, but I thought it was pretty dope. I recognize dopeness when I see it. So yeah, so he shoots her in the abdomen, he paralyzes her, and he does this. His plot is basically to make Jim Gordon mad, Commissioner Gordon. And Commissioner Gordon is in the apartment, so once she gets shot, he goes into all King of the Hill mode. Barbara! And then he goes all fucking ape shit and tries to fucking fight the Joker. And one of Joker's henchmen just fucking punches him in the funniest way possible. I thought I was dying from that punch. Because it was so easy to fucking hurt Jim Gordon. Like, it was so easy. Oh my lord. So he just sounded like Hank from King of the Hill. And that was honestly the funniest part of this movie. It was one of the best parts. So yeah. So he he hits him, and so he starts to undress Barbara Gordon, because in the original plot of the comic book, he undresses her and he takes nude photos of her, all around, different angles, and he uses these to actually try to make Gordon insane. That comes later. So back there, it's heavily implied that he raped her. Like, not heavily, but kind of implied that he raped her. I mean, honestly, me knowing the character that the Joker is, he honestly had no reason to do that. Really no point. Because Joker really doesn't have many sexual desires. Even for Harley, he really doesn't. I mean, if anything, the only sexual desires he has is for Batman. So, we get a, fast forward, Barbara is at the hospital, and so Batman is there, and the fucking doctor performs a test by, pricking her feet with a pin cushion, I believe, like a pin cushion. And I thought, I was like, you a real doctor, or you just fucking got your degree from DeVry? Because what kind of fucking test was that, honestly? So it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I know. I poked her feet, so, she didn't feel shit, so she's paralyzed. She'll never walk again. And I'm just like, really? You got that from, like, 10-second analysis? Alright. So Barbara tells Joker, oh, he's fucking off the edge this time. He's fucking edgy. And Batman goes to the amusement park where they're holding Gordon. And so Batman finds the amusement park, and so the Joker is torturing Gordon. Trying to make him go insane, because his whole plan was a simple one, was to prove that anybody can go insane by what he says is one bad day. All it takes is one bad day to drive a man insane. And so he wants to prove that by moving Gordon into insanity. And I mean, it's a decent plan. It's very straightforward. He's got his motivations in place, and so I respect it. So yeah, so he puts them on a tunnel ride. He puts Gordon on a tunnel ride, and mind you, the whole park is full of fucking deformed freaks. Like, think Coney Island, the House of Freaks, and that's basically it. He's got Gordon naked. He's fucking nude. And he's being pulled by these 3 midget things on a leash. It's fucking amazing. Like, it really is. Like, the start of the movie, fucking trash tier, but the end of the movie, fucking awesome. And he goes ahead and he sees all these pictures of Barbara all around the train wall, on TVs, and so he's starting to really fucking almost go insane. But, Batman gets there, and, he fucks up the corners. And he helps Gordon out. He saves him. And so, his plan failed, basically, in a sense, is all I'm saying. Plan failed. And Batman and the Joker go at it. They go at it. They fight. Joker hits the Batman in the head with a lobster pot. It's fucking amazing. It really is. So he goes after him. And so they get to the end, they finally decide. Batman is pleading with the Joker, please don't do this, eventually one of us will kill the other one. I don't know if you kill me or I kill you, but I don't want that to happen. And the Joker is really sympathetic to Batman's situation. Like I really feel for him. He's like, I'm sorry, but it's too late for that. And so he tells a joke, and that joke causes Batman to actually laugh, and they both go into hysterical laughter, and that's how it ends. I mean, the original comic book did it a little bit more concise, because in the last panels, there's a line of light between the Joker and Batman, and so as the panels are going, that line basically gets crossed. There's no line anymore as the cops come. So basically that line is implied to be, the line that Batman killed the Joker. Like, he crossed the line of killing, and he has his no kill rule, especially for the Joker. So basically it's saying that he broke the line. He crossed that line. And we don't know if he really did it or not, because Alan Moore never really specified. It's open-ended, honestly. And mind you, this comic book was never supposed to be part of the main DC continuity. It was supposed to be its own Elseworld story. That's how Alan Moore made it and how he intended it. And DC said, nah, we gotta bring it in, make us lots of money. And so, I mean, honestly, the best parts of this movie was Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy as Joker and Batman, because they did amazing job. I can't say anything bad about the performances, especially the Joker. Hearing Mark Hamill do the Joker again was fucking amazing. So the Batman the Killing Joke, not a great movie, but not the worst movie ever. It was somewhat a disappointment. It was somewhat a disappointment. If I had to watch it again, I'd only watch it again, with somebody that never watched it, or I'd just watch all the clips of Mark Hamill on YouTube or some shit like that. But I don't think I'm ever gonna watch that again of my own free will. So, decent movie. Watch it at least once and get your own opinion on it, because I'm an old cynical bastard. So you might enjoy it more than I did. I hope you enjoy it more than I did. And so it's getting late. It's like 2 a.m. So I'm gonna wrap this up. So it's been the Weird Weirdo T. John here, and I hope you enjoyed episode 2 of this podcast. If it's late, go to bed. If you're fucking getting up, go to work or whatever, go to school. Just enjoy yourself. Do some shit. Get some pussy, get some dick, whatever you want. But yeah, so I'm gonna sign off, and until next time, stay safe and be weird. Alright.